All right, y'all. Game two. If y'all don't know who I am, Sad Boy A. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video yet. It's probably gonna be something about Isaiah Hartenstein. But if you guys enjoy yap about games in the NBA playoffs, especially since we're in the conference finals now, make sure you keep tuning in. But onto the game. So I can say with confidence to start off the game plan was completely different than the game one game plan for the Thunder. They made a point, and I mean a point, to get physical with Wemby. That's all you're going to see if you scroll on social media right now is the physicality of Wemby. Is he officiated fairly? This, that, and the third. I'll talk more about the officiating towards the end of this video. But so that was their MO, is to get physical with Wemby. It worked for the most part, especially in the first half. Wemby wasn't really getting the ball or being that aggressive. Towards the middle of the second half in general, I guess, that Wemby was being way more aggressive, shooting threes, getting his own board. I think he did that like 5 times, miss a shot and get his own rebound, because he just has a advantage that no other player in the league can do. He can just get that balls when it's so high. Like, even if you jump at your highest, like if you gotta, even if you're a 7 footer and you jump as high as you can, you're not getting the ball from Wemby. So it's just Wemby things. Generational player doing generational things. But back to what the Thunder were doing differently outside of the physicality. They were running a lot of off ball actions for Shea. A lot more than game one. You didn't see Shea really hold the ball at the top of the key and just see if he can find a gap while other things were going on. There was a lot of Shea start the possession in the corner, come get a ball screen. DHOs with iHeart used as a screener and a roller. iHeart also was able to get some of his floaters off this game, which we saw none of in game one. And then the Thunder were way more comfortable running double big this game, as Chet and iHeart played a decent amount of minutes, not too many. They still ended up running single big, but iHeart was the primary defender on Wemby. We had some J. Will and Chet on Wemby, and there was like one possession of Caruso. So we're giving Wemby a lot of different coverages. It's just, how are they going to react in game three? Because I know they're not going to go into game three with the same game plan they had in game two. And then also, the Thunder got a lot of contributions from their shooters, because they had Shea playing with shooters. Dort didn't play that much. I thought Dort played well, honestly, but Dort didn't really play that much this game. There was a lot of Jared McCain, Case and Wallace. Isaiah Joe got some minutes. He didn't really do anything in those minutes, but it was good to see him out there. And then, but mainly it was Queso and Dort and Caruso. Not Dort. Queso and Caruso playing a lot with Shea and McCain, generating open shots for him, being able to hustle, deflect the ball, all those things that the Thunder are going to do night in and night out. And then also, later in the game, the Thunder were able to run their patented high-low lob from center to center. I think Chet threw it to iHeart, or the other way around. I don't remember, but it happened. I know that for sure. Alex Caruso was able to get into the middle of their zone as well when Spurs went zone, and we pretty much dismantled it. They got out of that zone look really quickly, because it was really easy for the Thunder to expose it, because they've seen zones a whole bunch of times in the playoffs at this point. The Thunder team's seen it pretty much every coverage you can throw, and so credit goes to Dagnall, honestly, because as much as people want to say he may make questionable decisions with his rotations and his lineups, and his in-game adjustments can sometimes be questionable, if you give him some prep time, like Batman, you give Dagnall some prep time, he's going to cook. And his game plan for game two was great. I loved it. I don't know how repeatable it is, because the refs, I don't know if they're going to let you get that physical with Wemby, especially when you're not at home these next 2 games. That will just be determined. Because if you're not able to get physical with Wemby, I wonder what the answer is. Maybe go Chet on Wemby, and then also run the little guy lineup as well. And then let's talk about the defense for a little bit for the Thunder. The Stephon Castle turnovers, obviously, it's going to be the biggest story of the game. Man, the man's just not a point guard. He's just not a point guard. He is a shooting guard through and through. His processing is late. He's got a good skip pass. That's about it. But the only idea he gets to consistently is a skip pass. I mean, the man had 25 and 8, so I'm not going to act like he wasn't doing his thing. He had a good game, and he also had probably the play of the season. He put Hart ass in the rim. That was pretty crazy, I'm not going to lie. But it's just the playmaking aspect of Stephon Castle leaves a lot to be desired. There's that one possession, don't know if you guys remember, where Stephon Castle drove baseline. They ran kind of a flare screen for Vassell. But since he damn near threw the pass out of bounds and set it into Vassell's chest, Vassell ended up hitting the side of the backboard. Side note, Vassell has crazy bounce. Like very underrated crazy bounce. Like the play where he jumped on over Shea's back, trying to get that board, his knees were at like Shea's back, shoulder blade, damn near. Like, Vassell's got bounce. That's why he jumped so high on that shot. Vassell played really well. He had 6 threes. I know a lot of Spurs fans were talking about Vassell and what they should do. Get rid of him or something. I don't know. I've seen. Just don't go on Twitter after games of this series, man. You can go on Twitter after the Cavs and what's the team they're playing? The Knicks series. You can go Twitter. That's calm, but don't go on Twitter after these games. It's the Wild West. But Champagne did really nothing. They had to play McLaughlin since Dylan Harper got hurt. I'm going to talk about the injuries in a second as well. Dylan Harper getting hurt was very huge. They need one of him or Fox to play in Game 3. Otherwise, it's not looking too good. I feel like Wemby also was kind of rattled by this defense. The physicality of Hart kind of made Wemby not do Wemby things as much. I mean, of course, he's a great player, generational player. He's going to get to Wemby ideas whenever he gets to Wemby ideas. But I feel like there wasn't 40 and 24 points. 40 points and 24, however many boards he had of ideas he got to this game. We also had a Harrison Barnes sighting, and the Cornette minutes were awful. I don't know what Mitch Johnson's going to do because he's going to have to run his players into the ground this series, especially if this goes longer, which is looking like this series is going 7. Everything's pointing to 7 games right now. Obviously, each team's only got 1 game under their belt, so the series is still a long way away from getting to 7, but it's looking like it. So I don't know what you're going to do because you can't play Cornette. Every time Cornette gets in the game, it's absolute food. But I guess that's just a testament to the Thunder defense. They were physical. The ball pressure is always going to be there. Cason Wallace has played amazing. Probably the best 2 playoff games consecutively I've seen of Cason Wallace up to this point. Hands are there. Sticky. Pause is necessary. That may be crazy. But his hands were there. Caruso always being amazing. I feel like Shea's defense was also really good this game. And Hart's. Chet still left a little to be desired, but Chet played better. I just feel like Chet sometimes does a poor job of securing rebounds. I don't know. If I'm a Spurs fan, I think we played fine. Like shooting wise, it's just one, we turned the ball over too much, and we didn't get as many of those second chance opportunities that we got in game 1. Granted, you get some always because Wemby's just going to do, like I said, Wemby things. But Hart was really a factor on the boards. He couldn't just get free rebounds because there wasn't a small on him anymore. So he actually had to work for him a little bit more. And you could tell that was kind of a factor. We'll see if fatigue, like I said, we'll see if fatigue ends up being a factor in the series. Now on to the injuries. I mean, everybody's going down. This is a war. This is literally blood money. It's a war, complete war. So J Dub, I think he's done. Report will come out today if he's not, but I think he's done. He's hurt the hammies. Two on one side, one on the other. I think you shut him down because you don't play about the hamstring injuries. You see, Aaron Gordon's not the same player anymore. Granted, he was limping when he played, so they're not going to greenlight him unless he can play a little bit. But I think he shut down. Dylan Harper looked like a hamstring injury as well. The way he just got up and his body language. So I don't know if it actually is. We'll see today as for that as well. But if Dylan Harper is out, that is huge. And then Fox, I'm sure he'll play at some point. I don't know why they're resting his ankle so much because he played in game 6, but I guess he irritated it. I don't know. But we should see Fox at some point this series. Also, AJ Mitchell got hurt. Forgot to talk about AJ Mitchell in my Thunder breakdown. He played okay. Feel like he's out of control sometimes. But to me, his injury looked like a cramp because he was holding his thigh. And he didn't really, on the replay, look like anything crazy happened to him. So I think AJ's fine. He's probably the one out of everybody that got hurt today that you can probably pencil in for game 3. Now, on to the officiating. I mean, there's a lot of discourse on it. I'm not a ref. I just watch basketball games. Obviously, it's going to be a physical series. Both teams are being physical. I mean, it's just like, all I'm going to say to everyone that's complaining about the refs, I mean, what kind of series do you want? You say you want physicality, then cry when it's physical, and then you say it's soft the other way around. Like, can we make up our minds? Do we want a physical series or do we want every foul to be called? Yes, I feel like there are missed calls on both sides. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Thunder just seem to be the villains. When the Thunder are fouling, it's a problem. Spurs are fouling, it's ethical. Let's just call it spade a spade, man. That's all I ask.